No, Mark, got it. Wait. Oh my god.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, beautifuls. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Changeling. We're here. Gonna start off with Mark's route from today onward until we finish it. So I'm just skimming through the choices of the very beginning, which is just like basically the prologue. But I kind of want to see if we take the bags to the bins out front, what would happen? Because taking it to the back will give us Danny and Elliot, but what will happen if we bring it to the front? I don't know if Mark lives nearby. I know Ewan lives kind of somewhat nearby, so maybe I don't know. Oh, but you know that this is cruel and unusual punishment. It's not punishment, just fulfilling obligations. Cruel. I barely got the last word in before the door slammed shut. She was big about. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying out. Big about obligations and responsibilities, but considering that dad was much worse, I probably shouldn't complain. I headed down the short drive to where the jumbled bins were sitting just behind the mailboxes. It was gorgeous, crisp fall morning, chilly but invigorating, and it was a real shame I was going to spend it cleaning and unpacking when I could be contacting Allie to hang out. We hadn't seen each other in 5 years, so I was really looking forward to catching up. I just hoped I'd at least have time to call her later in the day. I was in the middle of dropping the bags in the green bin when a loud crash followed by a few desperate curses came from just above the wooden fence. More crashes and what sounded like scattering cans and plastic bottles ensued. We hadn't met the neighbors yet, so I wasn't sure I wanted to go poking my nose over the fence, but it sounded like someone was having some major issues over there. Ugh, no! There was a sound of scattering trash again. I tossed the bags in the bin and slammed the lid shut before taking a peek around the side of the fence. There was a boy about my age, riding several garbage bins and hastily picking up scattered paper and plastics before shoving them in a blue container. Oh! So this is how you actually meet up front with Elliot. Oh, this is cute. But we're not trying to go for Elliot, even though my heart's kind of swayed right now for Elliot. Need a hand. I'd clearly startled him in a rather spectacular display. He jumped nearly a foot in the air and somehow ended up on his butt on the ground. He stared up at me with pale green eyes. Ookie, weird eyes. He jumped to his feet, snatching a plastic bottle off the grass as he did so. No, I got it. I just gotta pick everything up. He dropped the bottle into the recycling bin, giving me an embarrassed smile. They sort of attacked when I was bringing the trash out. Fair enough. I've waged an epic battle with a trash bin myself. They're a terrible enemy, to be sure. Oh yes, especially the blue ones. How to watch out for those. They get me every time. We both laugh awkwardly. So, you're one of the new neighbors. Guilty as charged. I'm not quite charitable enough to take the trash out for complete strangers on a Saturday morning. Nice. He gave me a quick look up and down, then immediately turned red again and rubbed the back of his neck as he bent to pick up more of the scattered trash. I mean, you know, it's nice to have someone my age move in instead of just some weird old people or something. Okay, so he seemed nice. The purple hair was cool. I didn't mind the piercings either. I grinned slightly. Yeah, no weird old people over here. Oh, by the way, I'm Elliot. I'm Michiko. Cool, Michiko. I'll totally remember that. Michiko. He reminded himself a few times of trying to memorize it. Me. So, awkward silence descended. Introductions were always so weird. Where are you guys moving from? Oh, just out of state. We used to live here a few years ago and just came back because my grandfather's sick. Sorry to hear that. Well, he's a bit better than he was, so it's okay. But we just wanted to be closer to them because of it. Makes sense. He gave me a sidelong look. So, starting school here soon then. I mean, you're in high school, right? For another year, I'm a senior. Oh, cool. Same here. My brother's a senior too. Oh, so you're like twins or something? Yeah, lucky for you, I'm the nice one though. So your brother's the evil one. Sadly, yes. Spencer is evil. Ah, cool. Well, I mean, it's not cool that your brother's evil, but it's cool that I looked out and met the good twin. I have a stepsister. She's also kind of evil. Ooh, an evil stepsister. That's pretty classic. Between you and me, we should probably make sure they never meet. The world would definitely be in peril. I bent down behind one of the bins to pick up some of the things he hadn't grabbed yet, smiling slightly. Oh, you don't have to do that. I don't mind. I liked him. He had a cute smile. Oh fuck, are you really trying to pursue my heart over here? Hey Mozzie, I heard the voice and decided to pop my head up and see who was talking. Bad idea. Watch out! Oh fuck. Jesus, I barely even seen the football coming before it bounced off my head. Holy what? I was pretty sure I actually saw stars. My legs buckled and I immediately felt Elliot grab me around the waist to keep me standing. Whoa, God, are you okay? His voice was right next to my ear. I could feel his breath ghosting across my cheek. Rapid footsteps sounded across my yard. I'm so... Danny, it's so nice to see you again. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize there was anyone else over there. No, it's okay. I've always wondered what it would look like. What would look like to have my brain knocked loose. It's quite freeing. That's quite an arm you have. The new guy laughed awkwardly. I am so sorry. Are you okay? Should we help you inside? It wasn't exactly terrible being held by Elliot, but I decided I should probably pull away and try to stand on my own. I shook my head, trying to rid myself of the blurred vision. No, I'm good. Yeah, but we're gonna keep Elliot last, because I feel like he's gonna be the best guy. Hopefully. Because I really don't want anyone to compete with William. So I'm kind of hoping Elliot's not going to steal my heart completely. Because I know in, if you guys haven't watched it, but for those that know, XOXO droplets, my entire heart was for Nate. But it ends up being his best friend that was more enjoyable. And surprisingly enough, that stole my heart, which was Everett. I have a feeling that's going to happen here too. Except Everett was a jerk. Okay, he was a jerk, and then he turned out to be a handsome jerk somehow. The awkward silence descended before Elliot laughed nervously. That was kind of amazing. I laughed and winced and reached up to touch the bump forming on my head. Ow. Let me look. I turned toward him and let him examine my forehead while I stared at his strange eyes. They were such an odd shade of green. I wonder if they were contacts. I couldn't imagine anyone having eyes that color naturally. Well, you have a bump. Is that the official diagnosis, doctor? You should go put some ice on it. And I'm so sorry, I feel terrible. It's fine, really. Blame it on my utterly bad timing if you want. I'm Danny, by the way, king of terrible first impressions. It's a pleasure to meet you, your majesty. And by the way, Mossy? Dumb nickname. I blame my stepsister. Just ignore it. What are you even doing up this early? I don't usually see you before noon if I don't come over and drag you out of bed. Which is what I was about to do, by the way. A night owl. You could say that. He rubbed the back of his neck again. Cute. He seemed to do that a lot when he was embarrassed. Oh my god, stop. You're swaying my heart. Stop. I'm not much of a morning person either. Right? Mornings suck. Too bright, too early. I like mornings. The only good thing about mornings is coffee. Michiko, can you stop flirting and get back in here to carry the rest of the crap out back? I flinched at the sound of Spencer's voice and shot a glare at the house just in time to see his auburn curls vanish back inside. The evil twin. Yes, unfortunately. We're still unpacking, so I should head back in. It was nice to meet you both. Hey, where are you going to school? We're both at Stone Circle Academy. Maybe we'll see you there? That's right. We'll be starting on Monday, so I'll definitely see you there. Nice! Don't forget to put ice on that. I waved at them both and headed back inside. I glanced back once and saw Danny elbow Elliot and say something to him. Elliot turned red and shoved Danny's shoulder. He caught me watching and waved sheepishly. Oh, he's so stinking cute, but we gotta go on Mark's route first. I waved back and went inside laughing. God damn it. Mom made a bit of a fuss over the bump on my head and insisted on an ice pack while I ate breakfast. But by the time I finished, she was already dictating the list of chores I had to take care of when I was done. It was going to be a long day. Alright, and now I'll be right back once I get to the Mark part. Alright guys, here we are, the final selection, so we can get Mark Boy. Actually, I do not know if Mark was naturally born or infected. So it looks like we're either gonna get Elliot or Mark at this point. I think Mark was infected though, because Elliot's family knows he's a vampire. Infected, right? Infected. If it's not, well, we'll go with Elliot, whatever. I'm not mad. I decided to go with infected vampires. No real reason, it just sounded interesting. I was fairly certain I wasn't a vampire, but they were pretty classic, and I wasn't ready to look into anything more intense than just yet. It was hard to make educated choices when I was so new to all of this. I expected Violet to direct me to the stack somewhere and let me find my own reading material. Instead, he allowed an ear-piercing whistle, which I learned a few times later is apparently how one summoned books in a magic library. It came whooshing out from between the bookshelves, straight into his outstretched hand. It was both slightly eerie and a little cool. He handed it over to me and I took it carefully, staring down at the leather-bound cover. Thanks. He'd already turned back to whatever he had been doing, so Allie led me to one of the nearby tables. I'm really anxious to see who it is. I'm praying it's still Mark though, because I said in the last episode that I would go for Mark. Listen, I'm going to go contact the agency. Wait, did I already read this? Oh, apparently not. About the thing you saw earlier, but you're looking pretty pale there. I don't want to leave you here alone. I'll send someone to stay with you. So I get a babysitter. I really didn't want one, but I didn't want to be left alone here either. And Violet didn't seem like much of a conversationalist. Not a babysitter, just company. I shouldn't be gone too long. Fine, just whatever you do. Please don't send Mark. I can't handle his crappiness right now. No, Mark, got it. Wait. Oh my god. Did I end up with Elliot? Or is she lying? She shot me a grin and left through the same door where we come in. I flopped into a chair and set the book in front of me, just staring at the cover. I was trying so hard to not think about how weird this all was. It was kind of hard to avoid though. I was sitting in a magic library run by a wizard, and I was reading about vampires. It was so weird. I just need to focus on the task at hand. If I really let myself think about all the things happening, I was just going to freak out again, and I didn't want a repeat of yesterday afternoon. I flipped the book open and leaned forward, eyeing the text. Infected vampires are vampires that were once human. Well, this already sounds like a completely riveting topic. Vampires infect humans by injecting a supernatural venom into their bloodstream at the time of biting them. This venom behaves similar to a virus, causes a series of psychological changes in the victim. Though depicted as crazed predators in fiction, most infected vampires actually have far less difficulty controlling their bloodlust than natural vampires. Oh really? They usually attribute this to the fact that, as humans, they're expected to practice self-control in nearly all aspects of their lives. It's quite easy for them to carry this over into their new lives as vampires as well. Okay, well that was good news I suppose. No crazed predators running around wanting to eat everyone. Then again, it did say most. Though they experience some of the natural vulnerabilities of vampires, such as weakness to sunlight, to a much lesser degree. Infected vampires are also not gifted with the same level of enhancement to their senses and physical capabilities. The legendary regenerative abilities of vampires also manifest in a much weaker form. That said, even infected vampires are far superior to the average human being in almost all ways, including lifespan. Huh, interesting. So I guess they were like watered down regular vampires. Still got the benefit of immortality though. That was a nice perk. Oh my god! I get Elliot. I get fucking Elliot. I thought he was naturally born because his family knows. Whatever. Elliot, it is. I'm not gonna go back because I even mentally told myself. And in the very beginning when I chose Danny, I stuck with Danny even though I wanted William. Your girl never really gets what she wants, but you know, it ends up being a better choice anyway. Because I was really swayed by Elliot. You know, the fucked up thing is, in the very beginning, during the common route, I chose just go straight to the teacher instead of going straight to talking to Elliot. Because I did not expect to go for Elliot. But here he is. Here the man is. I looked up thoughtfully and realized a familiar figure was standing across the table from me. Elliot it is. Oh, Elliot! I wasn't sure how long he'd been standing there, but when I noticed him, he gave me the usual sheepish grin around the back of his neck. Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna top William's route. I can already tell. Hey there, sorry to disturb you. You look pretty intent on your studies there. Nah, it's fine, have a seat. I was just reading about vampires. Infected ones. He looked startled. Any reason why you picked that topic in particular? I don't know really. No reason. I guess it felt like they'd probably be pretty commonplace. That is so cute! Wait! Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Even Danny said that they both kind of met each other when Elliot was in mid-vampire mode, drinking blood? Why did it not hit me? I fucked myself. It doesn't matter. We're gonna stay with Elliot because I'm kind of hyped. I'm really hyped for this route, actually. Mark, you're gonna be playing next, like how I played William after Danny. I don't know, really, no reason. I guess it felt like they'd probably be pretty commonplace. It seemed like a good starting point. He laughed awkwardly and rubbed the back of his neck. Yeah, it would be pretty weird if you actually already knew one, right? Totally not me. For the little superstitious looks he was giving me, I had a stinging feeling I did already know one. Let me guess, you. He laughed again. How'd you know? Because you're being super obvious about it, you dork. He was really lucky that I liked that. That I liked his hair. Lucky guess. Still, though he was infected, that meant sometime in the past he was bitten by a vampire. I wonder what that had been like. I gave him a sidelong look. That is such a cute friendship. I even mentioned that was a cute friendship when Danny told me that story. I'm so So, is it okay to ask? You know, how it happened? Is it private or something? I literally had no idea about etiquette in this situation. Why didn't they teach you impolite questions to ask a vampire? Someone needed to make a paranormal handbook for dummies. Nah, it's fine. It happened nearly 2 years ago. Honestly, it's not really an exciting story. I was just out late at a skate park with some friends, and I was walking home alone after dark. I was attacked by a mugger, I thought, but it wasn't a mugger. It actually took quite a while to figure out exactly what had happened to me. Oh, really? I mean, the cravings and stuff didn't give it away? He scratched his cheek and gave me that same grin. Well, I mean, I had cravings, yeah, but I didn't know for what. But it wasn't exactly my go-to food for cravings, so I didn't really realize that's what I wanted. I just always kind of figured I wanted pizza or something. I started being sensitive to sun, but we thought there was some other medical case. I was losing weight and we didn't know why. I started sleeping at weird times. We kind of thought I was sick or something, but didn't exactly expect vampirism. It was really hard not to laugh. I mean, it was kind of serious, but at the same time, really, I mean, he was kind of dense, wasn't he? How'd you finally figure it out? Well, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I started sleepwalking because of the blood cravings. I ended up in my stepsister's room trying to bite her. You bit your stepsister? Ella held up his hand frantically. No, I mean, I guess I tried to, but she basically woke up, punched me in the face, and gave me a bloody nose. But that's how we noticed the fangs, and everything fell into place from there. So your family knows you're a vampire? Oh yeah, I mean, it would have been really hard to keep that a secret after everything that happened. And they're fine with it? Elliot seemed to give us a lot of thought before he answered. Well, I guess they find it kind of annoying. I mean, we have to order blood capsules every month, and I kind of tend to stay up late at night, and discovering my shape-shifting abilities was awkward. But my stepdad put in a lot of time and research to figure out how best to handle it. That's actually why we ended up moving to Pine Hollow. He heard a rumor there was a strong paranormal community here, and thought it would be good for me to be around other people like me. His family is really understandable, to be honest. That's like the type of family that everyone needs in this paranormal world. Oh man, that was super weird. His family must be insanely chill. Mom would freak out if I even hinted I wasn't a normal human being. To be honest, yeah, same. I think my dad or mom would send me to the temple or something. That is totally crazy. I mean, in a cool way. He smiled hesitantly. You think so? Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that kind of thing going over well with my family. Besides, being a vampire, that means you're immortal and stuff, right? Well, yeah, I guess so. I'll keep aging into my 20s at least, since I'm just an infected. Mark probably only has another year before he stops aging. Mark is a vampire? Mark is who I wanted, but it's okay. We'll go to baby boy the next route. Yeah, natural though, not like me. I cannot believe I'm so dumb. Actually, it kind of makes sense. That must be why he radiated a superiority complex. It seemed like a very vampire-y kind of attitude to have. So is he the one that I motioned toward my neck? No, definitely not. I mean, it would be weird if it was a guy, right? I guess so. No, not really. I mean, I don't think vampires care if you're a boy or a girl as long as you have blood. Would it? Did gender matter when vampires bit people? Surely everyone's blood tasted the same. No, that's also false. I'm sure we all have different blood types. I highly doubt they all taste the same. Have you ever, bitten someone? Nah, it was already illegal by the time I was infected. I mean, if someone's willing, but, I didn't know actually, and he sounded more than a little disappointed by not having bitten someone before. And don't you give me that hopeful look. You're not biting me, Mr. Vampire. So hey, I was wondering if I could, oh my god, is he actually going to ask about that? I was wondering if I could have your number. Oh, you're so cute. Of course, here you go. What? I mean, those of us in the club kind of share numbers, and besides, I don't sleep much, so if you ever need to talk late at night or something, you can always text me if you want. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, I need a friend like you. Oh, yeah, sure. Thank goodness. Really? Why did he seem surprised that I said yes? Sure, I'll probably need to get everyone else's too at some point. Oh yeah, everyone else. Thinking he's special, I pulled out my phone and handed it over so he could put in his contact details. Hey, so can I ask you something else? I've been kind of wondering it for a while now. I'm gonna try to make this episode's probably gonna be long because I want to get to the part where it says I'm in Elliot's route. Oh sure. What exactly is a mozzie? It sounds like a flower. Ugh, don't ask about that. Please don't ask. Okay, it's just kind of embarrassing. Right, so I'd be asking Ellie about that later for sure. There, I put in my number. He handed his phone over to me with the contact screen up. I quickly put in my details. So, what kind of cryptic are you? I kind of guessed you weren't a normal human, but I wasn't sure. I stopped and looked up at him surprised. You guessed. When? Well, I mean, when we first met. I had kind of wondered about it, but it's not really something you can just ask someone. But how did you know? Well, vampires have a really good sense of smell. I blinked at him in confusion. You smelled me? It's not like I go around smelling people. It's just I can't turn off my sense of smell. That was true, I guess, and that explanation did make it seem a heck of a lot less weird. But still, so I smell different than normal humans? Your blood smells a little different, yeah. It's kind of hard to describe. Different how? Well, I guess if normal humans are like lasagna, then you'd be chicken parmigiana. Parmigiana? I mean, it's kind of similar, but not quite the same. What? My dad's Italian. That is not the problem. I see. Well, that's good to know. I couldn't decide if that was helpful or not. I had a sort of human-y smell, but sort of not human-y too. And apparently Elliot thought of me and everyone else in terms of food. Well then. So I was thinking, Ellie's probably back by now. Want to head back to the club room? Oh sure, I'll just return the book. I'll do it. I mean, I don't mind doing it for you. He stood quickly and grabbed the book before I could protest, returning it back to the front desk. He returned seconds later and walked with me back to the door. He pulled it open and waited for me to go inside. Ellie was literally just walking in as we entered. Good timing. I was just coming back for you. How'd it go? It was fine. What about you guys? Well, we just talked. I see. Learn anything interesting? A few things, I think. We stood there silently for a minute. Elliot finally cleared his throat awkwardly and edged to the door. I guess I should, be going to class. I'll see you later, Michiko? Yeah, see you. Okay, well, bye then. I cannot believe. Hey, thanks for staying with me. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, no problem. And remember, you can text me if you need anything. Anytime, okay? I'll remember that. He grinned and hurried out of the room and down the hall. Allie sprawled out of the sofa as if she was exhausted. So I found your bridge, creep. I can't skip this? I shuddered. How was it? A Spriggan. I'm just gonna forward this because I feel like we already talked about this. I don't know why it's not letting me skip. Okay, here we go. Elliot's Route, the vampire next door. Cute! But this is where we are going to save. I am sorry, Mark. I really thought I was going for you, but my stupid and short memory chose wrong. But I'm okay with it because Elliot kind of swayed my heart there. So anyway, it will be Mark next round. I'm very sorry if you guys were really hyped for Mark, but I mean, I chose and that was the selection. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Touch it, touch it, touch it.